Collective flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as the Afro Scene. Today I'm reading for the beautiful, handsome collective. Hello collective, how you doing? Flowers, flowers, flowers. Yes, one more time. Flowers, flowers, flowers. Hey. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. To book a private reading with me or to shop in my store, all that information is in the description box below, okay? If you would like to book a reading, you will have to go through my actual website, okay? I'm not going to take any side, whatever. Everything is going to be done in a very professional way, okay? Because that's how I do things here. I do things very professional. And if you are looking into receiving or getting insights or diving deeper into your shadows, and that's just a couple or a few options that I do offer within my services, then you will have to actually go through the actual website, pick your time slots, choose what option you want, and then you'll get a notification that you are booked and ready to be, serviced, and I'll get the notification on my end, and then we can move forward in that way, okay? But I'm not doing any side, can I pay you this way? No. I have a website that I have created because of that. And if you're interested, like you say that you are, then you will purchase through the actual website and not all this extra other stuff, okay? Because I just don't have time for confusion and all that. So, all right, so let's get into it. We got growth, and then we have brag. So someone is not growing right now and they can't brag about it. So however this resonates in your story, there was someone that loved to brag about all their accomplishments, but the type of accomplishments that they did have, it wasn't on their own terms. They accomplished things through other people's pain or misery. This is how they were seen or shown, to other people, more so their peers. Now, things are happening in their life now where it's completely out of control, it's chaotic. They've completely lost balance or control, or they don't have a sturdy foundation within their life here, and they can no longer brag about the things that they used to do, and also they're not growing anymore. So this is causing a huge concern, not only for them, but for their peers and their people that they want. It's causing a concern because they don't want people to know that things are really tough for them, okay? They brag about it. Oh, look at my car, and look at my this, and look at my dad. I mean, it's cool. That's cool. But damn, too. If that's the only thing that you can talk about is your materialistic things, your prized possession things, I don't know. It's not impressive to me. Like, if that's all you have to offer, that's all you have to speak about is, oh, and I got this, and when I was this, and I was that. I don't know. It just kind of gives off like, it's not authentic. It's not real. It's not natural. And this person here, a group of people, whatever here, they're not, negative tribe. They're not natural. They're not, it's like fake. Everything's fake with them. Everything is fake with them. Like, you're wanting to rub elbows. This is the type of people here that's wanting to rub elbows with like the higher or the upper echelon of life, or individuals that are doing extremely well, but they portray a lot of negativity here. So they're not even in the same league of the individuals that are in the higher upper echelon of life. They still have like street ways. That makes sense? They envy you because they want what you have. And by trying to have what you have, they feel like by putting you down towards other people in their community, it's going to make them look better than you. But if you are so-called in this higher or upper echelon of life, why do you have to put someone else down to feel good about yourself or to make your materialistic thing shine brighter or bigger or better? It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, they feel obligated because you're doing better than them. So here we go with this one-sided competition here. Collaboration is in reverse. They don't want people to collab with you. They want people to see you in a certain light, in a negative light. That's not working, of course, because people see you here in a positive light. They want to show and tell people that you're very greedy or you're very, like you're in a, what's the word? You feel like you're better than everyone. You feel like basically, so when people see or hear about you, the first thing they hear is bougie. Okay? But the way that they incorporate the word bougie, they incorporate it as you being nasty or snooty, or you feel like you're better than everyone. You feel like no one can be on your level or anything like that. That's how they perceive you, because that's what they do. And it's been shown. But what else is being shown is that they're losing all the things that they have taken from people, and that's a shock not only to them, but it's a shock to their peers of their community as well too. So while they were trying or attempted to kick you down, while they were trying to kick you down, but they were also trying to stand on your back as they were kicking you down, because they wanted to be seen as the better person between you and them. But it was never a competition. People of high status, or high class, positive people, they're not in competition with anybody. And I truly don't understand why people keep feeling like you have to be in competition with someone to look better, to feel better about themselves. And you truly don't. Because at the end of it all, you're just going to crash and burn by yourself. And that's what's happening here, because you collective, you're not entertaining it. You ain't worrying about it. You truly don't care about this person or group of people, however resonates in your story. And they're seeing that. And by you in this I don't give a fuck energy or an unbothered energy, it infuriates them to do more towards you. And the more that they do towards you, the more they crash and burn. So we got transformation is in reverse. They're transforming, or they're regressing back to their olden state, which is being poor, being desolate, not having the proper information, the proper tools, the proper criteria to even be in a state of wanting to be in a higher upper echelon of things or of life, because you have to carry yourself in a certain way when you're wanting to be in those type of, that's confirmation. So they're not growing. All of the lies and slander that they said about you is falling on deaf ears here, because you're not entertaining it. You're not giving it any energy. And that's what they thought that you would have done. They thought that you were at a certain caliber or state in your life. You're up here and they're down here, and they're doing everything possible to pull and tug on you to get you to come back to where they are. No. And it's making them sick. Yeah, health-wise, it's making this person sick, because they don't have anything. They don't have control over you. They never did. They never had control over you. They don't have, your emotions are intact. Whatever they say or do towards you, it's not going to affect you in the way that they thought or anticipated for them to they were anticipating for you to show a different side to them, so that way they can show other people, like, oh my God, look, I told you. Is this oh God, this is so weird. So something that I normally don't do, and I did yesterday, which was very shocking to me. I watch TV. I'm not a TV watcher. I can't stand TV. Like, when I put the TV on, because I'm so intuitive, I already know what's going to happen before it happens. And to me, that's boring. You know, it's kind of hard to turn off the third eye. But anywho, I was watching a movie with Nia Long and Omar Epps. I think it was called Obsessed Stalker, something to that nature, where Nia Long was living with her husband and she had a daughter. They had a daughter together and they were living out near the beach or something like that. She was a lawyer, and I believe her husband was a feds for the FBI. And Omar Epps, I think his name was Marcus in the movie, I forget, but anywho, Omar Epps had a lot of psychological issues. Nia Long and Omar Epps in the movie, they went to school together about 20 years back, and Omar Epps had a very strange and developed a very unhealthy attachment towards Nia Long. So he literally would give himself away, and there was a lot of red flags in the movie, and I saw it, I'm like, yo, you know, because I've experienced it, so I know what type of red flags to look out for. And the first red flag that he mentioned was, you're going to make me wait 20 years again. And I was like, that's a red flag, because he knew that she was in a relationship. He knew that she was married, but he still tried to press his luck. He had a lot of narcissistic tendency. And what I'm realizing with narcissists, because that's something that I've been really studying on my own personal time, is that a narcissist has a tendency or has the urge, to actually hurt someone or to unalive someone. And that's what Omar Epps did in the movie. His wife's name was Deborah. Deborah moved along. She was divorced from him and all that stuff. And he couldn't take the fact that she moved on. She had her new boyfriend, her new man, or whatever the case may be. And what he did in the movie is that he unalived not only his ex-wife, he unalived her boyfriend at the same time as well too, because of some whatever mental instability that they have in their mind there. So, and in my own research, digging further and further, I do see that there is a huge chemical imbalance with a narcissist here, which puts them in a position or a predicament where they feel like, if they feel rejected by the one that they so-called love, but it's not love, it's obsessive. Let me look up the etymology of obsess real quick. So it says liable to obsess. That's what it says. Let me look up obsess. I looked up obsessive. So obsess is watch closely, besiege, occupy, stay, remain, abide. So they're watching you closely. Let me look up besiege real quick. 1 second. Besiege. Oops. Besiege. I said besiege, B-S-E-I-G-E, besiege. All right, so besiege is not on etymology.com, so I looked up siege. So siege states the station of an attacking force before or around a fortified place. The act or process of besieging a city, castle. So basically, siege was in the definition in regards to obsess, and it's like this person is obsessed to you to the point where they feel like they have to hurt or harm you because, number one, you're not listening to them, you're not giving them the time of day, you're ignoring them, you're not giving them what they want. And it's starting to grow, not starting, but it has grown into a full-blown obsession to the point where this person's mind is completely warped because you're not doing or you're not saying what they need you to do. everything is falling apart in their life, and they're what they have in their mind right now is that they just have to hurt you. They have to harm you. That's the last part, or the last stage of the narcissistic disorder that I've been seeing a very strong pattern in. Is like when all else fails and all else is done, when they are completely obsessed over you and you're not giving them what they want, they feel like the last thing that they can do is to try to hurt you or to unalive you in that manner, okay? It's not going to work, of course, but that's where their mind is currently, because they've completely lost everything. They're not growing anymore. The lies that they said about you it fell on deaf ears. No one is listening to this person, but people are actually seeing this person with some form of a very strong mental disorder here, or instability here. They're obsessed with getting your attention. They're obsessed with you at least saying something or doing something towards them, and you don't care. You don't care. You don't give a fuck. You just don't care. And you not caring, you being so cold and callous towards this person is like, oh my God, it's like that. It's like you created, or not you, but it's like they are turning into like this four-headed monster that they just, like, all of their entities, will say, all of their dark shadows are rearing its ugly head, and everyone is seeing, you know, yo, you good? What's up with you? You know, like they will just go on a tangent about you. They'll call your name and they'll just start speaking just odd and off the wall stuff about you, and it's starting to be a concern to other people here. Like they're laser focused on you. They're laser focused on you. And they're wanting to come towards you to cause you harm, but it's not going to work. That's just what they're feeling or what they're perceiving of you, collective. They're wanting to harm you because you're not giving them the attention that they need or want from you. So they feel like by slandering your character, the way that you show up in the world, your first house, your appearance, right? And the first house represents your rising sign. So check out your rising sign in your birth chart to see, and start doing your own research in regards to astrology, because the more that you learn about yourself in regards to your birth chart, the better off you'll be, okay? Someone is trying to affect your first house, your appearance, to how you show up in the world, because they don't want you to show up how you want to show up in the world. They want you to show up how they see that you should show up, or how they see fit for how you should show up in the world, and it's not working in that way. So this person is going through a meltdown. The subconscious is in reverse. They don't have, I'll say, they're disconnected from the subconscious in a healthy manner. The subconscious is more so very haywire. They're going crazy. They feel like you are responsible for everything that has happened to them, and you're not responsible for any of that. They're just projecting onto you. But they just feel like because life is not lifing in a way that it should be, they're supposed to be on top and you're supposed to be at the bottom. That's how they perceive their life when it comes to you and the dynamic between you and this individual or group of people, however it resonates. And it's not sticking in the way that they thought it would stick, and this is why they feel obligated, or they feel that they have a right to do whatever it is that they're trying to do, and it's just not going to work. This person want to take themselves out. Okay, I'm also hearing mushrooms as well too. So this person may use hallucinogens, mushrooms, psychedelics as well too, and they're like completely tripping out. Yeah, this person have a very strong, very strong history of some form of mental illness here, for sure. This could be something that they may have hidden from you. So I'm getting two scenarios, or a few scenarios. One scenario is that they knew that they have a form of mental illness. They may have been taking medicine. You may not have been aware of that. That's one way scenario. Another scenario is that that they may not have known, but because of the way things are happening now, that their real true nature or character of themselves is now starting to rear its ugly head and it's starting to spin out of control. So now people really truly getting to see exactly who that person is. The mask has fallen off, or the paint of the clown, all that shit's been washed away. So you see in this person their bare truth way. So we have knife in reverse, betrayal. They're trying to betray you, but they can't betray you because they're only betraying themselves, and that's what's causing them to lose steam, to lose self. They lost control of self. They lost, or they're losing control of vision. They're not able to see vividly properly, or they're not able to visually see you in a positive way. They just think you are the worst thing ever. And they feel this is their mind playing tricks on them. We have trickery here. Going back to the subconscious, they're not connected in a healthy manner to their subconscious, okay? They are connected in a negative way, but it's because of the things that they're doing. They're opening a lot of portals and gateways. Drug is a gateway. Alcohol is a gateway. It is. Other things are gateways. Sex is a gateway as well, too. There are many different portals and gateways that can actually put you in a compromising position or predicament to where you may feel like you feel stuck. You may feel like you went down the rabbit hole, which you should not have, and it may be hard for you to get out of. And this is how this person is feeling. They're feeling very stuck. So trickery is subconscious. Subconscious is in reverse. So their mind is playing tricks on them. And they can't differentiate what's real and what's not. They just feel more so, like when it comes to being positive or just having positivity in their life that does not exist in their life. Their positivity consists of you being in a fallen state, being in a desecrated state, being in a poor state, poor mindset state, poor physical state, etc., poor spiritual state, etc. Now we have wings here, wings, and then we have eyes. So eye is in reverse and wings is my funeral card here. This person won't be able to take any of the things that's getting ready to happen for you. You're going through a huge transformation, collective. Either you're going through it now or you're soon to go through it, but you're going through a huge transformation. And it's causing this person to more so trip out or to disassemble themselves. And they can't take this here because nothing is working. Nothing is working. They can't get to you. They can't touch you. Again, this is not going to resonate for everybody, okay? They can't get to you. They can't touch you. They don't know what you're doing, who you're doing, why you're doing. They don't know anything. And it's infuriating them because they lost complete control of self. And this is the beginning stage of, well, number one, they're having an identity crisis because they don't know who they are. They live through you to find their identity or to validate their identity. They live through others to validate their identity. And that's a very dangerous thing to do, collective. Never, ever, ever, ever validate yourself through the opinions of others. Never, ever. The only fact or opinion that should matter in your life, collective, is you. And because you're nowhere to be around this person, for whoever this resonates for, they're having a huge self-identity crisis. They need you to play the villain in their story. But they're playing the villain in their own story, and that's what's causing them to spiral out of control. Dang, Spirit, thank you. Identity is in reverse. They don't have identity of self. You know who you are, or you're learning who you are, through the shadows. And that's how you get to learn who you truly are. You have to peel back the layers of the onions, because we all are onions. We all have many different facets and layers of self. And in order for you to be able to get to the core of self, you got to get in the dark. You do. And that's considered shadow work. That would be considered shadow work. The more you dive deeper into your shadows, the more you're going to see parts of yourself that either, number one, you may not have discovered first, or number two, you may have had a lot of suppressed feelings, emotions, and different types of experiences that you may have experienced since you were young, that you may have repressed or regressed or pushed down, and you need to fix those things, or you need to heal those things so that way you can open up or peel a new layer to grow. That makes sense? Because every garden needs nurturing at some point in time. And I like to consider the collective as a garden. You're always growing. You're always growing new things. But there are going to be times where weeds pop up in your garden, i.e. your shadows. And it's up for you to pick and pull those shadows so that way it does not affect your light or your sunlight. Hopefully that makes sense. So this is good here. I like this picture. You belong to you and only you. But the way that this person is attempting to come for you, they want you to belong to them. No, you're not anybody's chattel. You're not anybody's cattle. You don't belong to anyone. You belong to self. And they can't handle that and they can't take that. Here's the eel here. So they're getting the shock of their life. Good example. Thank you, Spirit. Where my pen at? So with this card here, you see how all this water is very dark and murky and you don't know what's in it. This person took a gamble, took a chance, because they just know that if they put themselves put their hand in the muddy water, that they may get a good surprise. This person's living in the dark. Like, you can't even see their whole body. You only see half of their body, which means that they have a split personality. That's just how I'm receiving it. Then you have these darker little spirits here. Okay, so you have the darker spirits and then the lighter spirits at the top here. The deeper you go, the deeper you'll see the shadows. And a lot of people are afraid to face their shadows because it can be scary to learn things about yourself that you don't want other people to be aware about, or you may not want to be aware about. So this is why a lot of people are afraid to delve or dive in their shadows, because they don't want people to see that raw, truest nature of that person's self or of yourself, however it resonates here. But in this instance here, for this karmic here, this karmic think that they can one up you or anyone else who would listen, and it's not working here, and they're like succumbing to their darkness. They're going to self-destruct. That's the T. They're going to self-destruct, not you, because you are either working in your shadows, you're diving in your shadows, or you're starting to do it, but you're starting to see a huge change by you diving into your shadows. That's what makes us balanced. There's dark and light in all of us. It just depends on how you choose to live your life. Some people live all in the light, just completely light. That's not good, because you need your darkness as well too. And then some people just live in all darkness. That's not good, because you need to be in the light as well too. This is why everything needs to be a balance, a healthy balance here. And this person or this group of people, narcissistic group of people here, they don't have a balance. And this is why they self-destruct in front of everyone to see. Yeah. They don't have control of self. It's like a kill switch in them. When all else fails, the last thing they can think of is trying to truly hurt you, unalive you, or do something to you where they feel that they have the upper hand or the power over you, and they don't. That's the confession. 7 of Swords. That's the confession. Now they're only freaking out, or they're in extreme regret because they lost everything. 9 of Swords. They never were who they said they were. They were only under false pretenses because of you or your energy. So they were able to piggyback off for you while they were kicking you down while standing on your back, so that way they could seem as the person that was the better person within the situation here. And that's not true. They're falling at the waistline here. 4 of Wands. Four of Wands is here, which is in reverse. They're not celebrating anything. They're actually canceled, or they're soon to be canceled, not only of self, but of their party or their community here. They're going to be null and void. It is what it is. Yeah, they're burdened. They're mentally burdened. 10 of Wands. They're mentally, well, that's not mental, but this is earth. Could be an earth sign, but physically, I'll say physically because this is earth. So they're physically tired. They're physically lethargic. They feel stuck. They feel stuck in their shadows because that's all they know. And their shadows is going to consume them. The world is in reverse. Their shadows are going to consume them. Yeah. Their shadows are going to consume them. This person lived their life completely in the dark, all the way up to the dark. This person may even have issues with the light, like actual sunlight. A lot of people, you can really learn people by just listening to them and watching their mannerisms. For real, that's something that I've learned. I was like, oh, wow. You can really learn a lot if you just stay still and become silent. You have to become silent so you can listen. Listen and silent use the same number of word or letters, and they all work. They both work together in a collaborative way. Silent and listen. LISTEN. Rearrange the letters, and you'll get silent. So you need to become silent so that you can listen, not only to self, to source, to your higher self, but you're able to listen to the bullshit or the garbage that people try or attempt to spew out towards you. And because you listened, you were able to change the narrative with the Magician. Oh no, that person ain't right. Something wrong with that person. Something off with that person. And you disassociated yourself from this person or group of people here. And now you're in the Four of Cups with a positive outlook. And they don't like that. You're at the Wheel of Fortune. That's you, collective. The higher you go, the deeper they'll go. So the higher you ascend, the deeper they will go into their whatever, their demise that they created for themselves. That's what I was saying. Some people, well, not some, but you really can see the intentions of people if you allow yourself to just listen, become silent and listen. And what I was mentioning with the light here, because some people don't like the light, you can actually see that playing out in their real life, where they'll say something like, I don't like the light, it's too bright for me, like actual natural sunlight. Some people can't stand that, you know. I'm not saying everyone is like that, but that's just from my own personal research and my own observation of things and of people and stuff like that. I see that there's a pattern with certain people when it comes to certain things, especially with this narcissistic disorder here. I'm very intrigued as to why they do what they do here. And it's really very rampant. It's very, like, it's explosive. And I just hope that the world takes narcissism much more seriously, because it really can have some dire effects if it's not taken care of, or if it's not tamed correctly, or trying to find the words. It's not tamed correctly, or it's not basically fixed. It needs to be fixed. This is an issue here. It's I will call this an endemic. I mean, it could probably be a pandemic too, because it is all over the world too, but it's probably more of an endemic. But anywho, we have the Tower here. They're self-destructing, and you are aware of this. And that's what makes them even more upset as well too, because you know that they're going through what they're going through, and they don't like that. So they're really out of control. They're self-destructing. They can't hide their hands anymore. Narcissism is an illness, is a disease from my own personal research, and I've done years of research. I feel it truly it's a disease. It's a mental disease, a mental disorder. I do. But I just don't feel like they may have some, you know, from the studies and stuff that I read about in my own observation of things, I just feel like it's not being pushed to the forefront as it should be, because a lot of people are going through this at this moment. A lot of people can't handle the fact that changes are happening in a very positive way for the collective. A lot of people can't handle the fact that all of their darkness is out in the open, in the light. Think of a vampire. What happens if you put a vampire in the light? They're going to start to melt away, child. They don't like nothing about no light, child. They don't like you knowing what they doing. Nothing. They start to burn and smell in the light, okay? So this is like vampiric energies here that can't take the idea or fathom the idea that everything is just said and done, and then they're in the tower. So they're going to self-destruct. They can't do anything to you. They can't reach you. You know who they are, and that's just pissing them off even more. The thought of you not even entertaining their bullshit game, the thought of you not even entertaining them, period, is like, what the are you kidding me? Are you serious? That's them. They spiraling out of control, child. They spiraling out of control. They spiraling out of control. See, the thing is with narcissistic people feel like they can't be beaten or no one will ever find out what they're doing. You can beat a narcissist. There are so many ways to skin the cat of a narcissist, okay? So many ways. Trust me on that. I was living in a household filled of narcissists. So I know a thing or two about them nasty MFers. So we got coughing here. Yeah, the tower is them taking themselves out. Just, it is what it is, boo. It is what it is. They need help, but they refuse to get the help. Because they feel like they're not suffering from that. But clearly the evidence shows you're obsessed over the collective. For what reason? The collective don't like you. The collective don't fuck with you. The collective don't want anything to do with you. But yet you feel that you can take liberty and you can do what you want to do towards the collective. And you think that the collective is supposed to bow down to your bullshit, karmic? No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And that's what's causing a lot of concern for them. Because not only you're not giving them the time of day, you're ignoring them. People are seeing them spiral out of control. Rule crazy, sporadic. Yo, you good, bro? Yo, sis, you good? All they do is think about you every day, morning, noon, and night. Tea, breakfast, and dinner is all they speak about you. They're obsessed with you. It's like a one-track mind. They're losing control. They lost sense of control. What's the word? They, malfunctioning. It's like a robot. I feel like narcissists are a form of robots. They do the same thing day in and day out. And you come along with your difference, right? Because you think outside of the box, and they're very encapsulated with their mind in the box here. They want to close you or suppress you into a box that they feel is the right size for you. No, and you got out of the box or you escaped that box, and it's leaving them like, yo, what else am I supposed to do? So they're self-destructing. Yeah, they're self-destructing. Despair. Bad health. Bad health. Because people know what they're doing. And it's becoming a huge message of concern to a community of their peers or their whoever, however, because they're like, yo, are you okay? Are you good? You keep talking about this person. This person's nowhere to be found. This person's living their best life, as you should, collective, as you should. And you still, this person or group of people are still giving energy towards you. Oh, and there's no balance for them. There's none. There's balance for you, or soon to have balance for you, but they can't take that. They are sad because that's all they knew. And they refuse to look their reflection in the face. They refuse to reflect, or they refuse to see the darkness in their face. They refuse. Again, some people live in darkness, completely encapsulated in darkness. Some people live completely encapsulated in light. You gotta, it has to be a balance. It has to be a balance. There's nothing wrong with going in your shadows to dive deep to see the things that you don't like about yourself. How else are you going to change the narrative of yourself if you don't dive in your shadows? You need to dive in your shadows so you can see what's up. I don't like that about myself. Okay, well, what can you do? I can change the narrative. You can change it. They don't like feeling rejected. Oh, well, that's on them. What that got to do with you? They don't like feeling rejected, but there's definitely a huge chemical imbalance with these individuals here where they feel because they lost this so-called game that you never signed up for. You don't play nobody's games. You're not playing this cat and mouse game. You're not Tom or Jerry. You're not playing none of these games here, and they can't handle it. They can't handle the rejection of you not wanting to play their game. Your life is not a game. And some people play some very harsh games, and game will be over if you entertain it. Yeah, you dodge bullets here. You dodging bullets of all kinds. And this person is self-destructing because, I know what I'm talking about. They self-destructing because of it. They in their head because they can't beat you. You're not a game to beat. You're not a game, period. So I don't understand what they keep thinking that, oh, I gotta get you. You're not a game to be played with, period. Collective, you're not. You're not. This person done caught a case. They're not talking about that. This person's all over the place. All over the place. And they want you back. They want you back to be in their spider's lair or their box, their limited box. Box mindset. No. No and no. No. Stop giving people 2 and 3 chances. They just need one chance with you, boo. You are the creme de la creme. You are the top of the top notch of it, okay, collective? And people, one chance, one. And if they mess it up after one chance, they didn't care. One chance is like giving information away for free. I'll use that as an example. Or giving something away for free and people abuse it because it's free. They don't put a value on it because it's free. But once you start adding tax and price to whatever it is, information, however there, then you're going to get people that really truly appreciate it because they're taking their hard-earned money to pay for it. If that makes sense? Jackpot is in reverse. They thought they hit the jackpot when it came to you. They thought that you would be forever in this standstill of just demise, and they are completely wrong. They are. They're in the predicament or the situation that they wanted for you, and they're doing nothing but just wasting their time. Not even your time. They're wasting their time. Or they have no more time to, they have no more time. You got wasting time, stuck, no changes, and limited. They have no time to change anything. None. Stalker. I think that's really the truly reason I watched TV yesterday, because I was shocked. I was like, wait, whoa, that looked like a good movie. I'm like, all right, I'll sit there and watch it. And I was like, here I go, commentating out throughout the whole movie, child. No, girl, you better get out of here, like. And then it clicked, and I'm like, bro, this man showing a lot of, it had a psychiatrist in the movie too, and she was mentioning narcissism. Then I went down a rabbit hole, do my own research last night, and I'm like, yo, that make a lot of sense. Everything just fit like a glove. Narcissism is all about obsession, control, and if they don't have control of self, how the hell they gonna control things around them? This person is not to be controlled. A person, a human being, is not to be controlled. No. And that's the only way they feel comfortable with standing in. But it's not even their power. It's more so your power. It's like they're trying to take you away from you so they can keep you encapsulated in bullshit or darkness. No. Absolutely not. Intelligence is in reverse. They can't play on your intelligence. You much smarter than these people here. They don't like that. Excuse me. We got safety and purification. You are safe. Just continue doing your cleansing. Okay. Your spiritual cleanse, your spiritual baths. Okay. Protect your mind. Always protect your mind. That's the first thing. Always protect your mind. Always, 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 always protect your mind from individuals like this. But Omar Epps was so engrossed with Nia Long that he literally told her who he was. But she wasn't really paying attention to it in the beginning. It went as far as him he infiltrated her family. He found out about her husband. He found out about her best friend. He almost ended up unaliving her best friend, but she was saved at the end of the movie. Like, it got really bad because he wanted full control over Nia, and she was like, that's not happening. So she had to take the precautionary steps to ensure that she not only protect herself, her family, her friends, she had to protect everything. But this person was just, or Omar Epps in the movie was like a madman. Severe mental illness that needs to be discussed. It is what it is. It's a mental illness. It is. If at any point in time somebody leave you or you leave someone, in the first thing they want to think about is to hurt you because you left them based on the bullshit that they were doing towards you, that's a big ass red flag. And you can't tell me that's not a mental instability, because that's not the first thing I'm going to think of when I'm leaving someone. I'm trying to get away to get the safety. I'm not trying to put no harm or cause no harm to you. I'm trying to get the safety. And if you're upset that because the collective is aware of the karmic's demeanor, their actions, etc., and they want to hurt you because of that, that is a severe mental instability. Because they're in denial that you see them for who they are. Which makes them very worried. Because you are the key to all this hoopla, all this mess here. And if you push the key in to open up, unravel everything, this person is not going to be in the position that they want to be in. What y'all think happening with Puff Daddy right now? Silence. You don't hear not a cricket, not nothing from him. I wonder why. Narcissism is a form of abuse of power, a power that they never had. They're looking for the power outside of themselves. They look for people who are more powerful than them, who knows. So if you are very aware of self, you are considered powerful because you are very aware of self. No one can take that from you. No one can take that power from you because you know who you are. But if you have someone that's trying to come towards you and they see your power before you see your power, and they're trying to infiltrate or trying to change the trajectory of how you use or see yourself, meaning your power, they can do some damage to you. That's why I've been consistently trying to get you guys to learn all of you as much as you can. And there's so much of you that you have to learn. You can't learn all of you in one whop, in one sitting. You will always, every day, if you are committed to this healthy lifestyle of living, meaning that you're going to have to learn how to unlearn the negative things, the negative experiences, the negative traits that you may have taken upon on your path to your enlightenment of healing. You're going to have to learn how to unlearn all of that and change the dynamic into something greater or better for yourself. They don't want that to happen for you. They don't. That's why they're going so hard on you. But at the end of it all, they're going to self-destruct. Because they don't have no power over you. They never did. They never did. That's what they want you to think that they did. They never did. Don't let nobody tell you about you. Can't no one tell you about you but you. They're pretending. They are pretending that everything is a-okay. Their life is in complete shambles, child. Complete shambles, and they cannot get out of their head. They're even hearing voices in their head telling them to do things to themselves. Back then, they were much more open when it came to mental facilities. They were all over the place, all over the world. They were much more open and much more prevalent or prominent amongst communities that if something was off with a person, they will go to a mental asylum, whatever the case may be. You don't see a lot of that happen. You don't see a lot of asylums popping up. You don't see facilities that are here. I wonder why. That's an issue that needs to be discussed. Why aren't there professionals or avenues and different methods here to eradicate this issue at hand? Narcissism is a real life issue. It's a real life issue. And every day you're just seeing more and more people coming up and out with this mental instability here. People wanting to hurt people because they don't want to be with them. The narcissist people want to do things to other people because they don't want to listen to them. That don't sound weird to you? If you don't want to be with them, they feel they have the right to end your life. Absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, boo. Absolutely not. Yeah, they going through their karma though, as they should. And even though they're suffering for what they suffer from, they're still responsible for themselves to get the help that they need. You as an adult, after you turn 18, you are responsible to receiving or seeking the assistance or help that you need to get better. You are. You, your own person. You're responsible for that. You can't blame that on no one else but yourself. You're responsible for that. That may sound harsh, but it is what it is. You are responsible for self. Money is in reverse. They wanted to have access to your money. They wanted to control your money by any means necessary, but you out here rebuilding your life, or you may have already rebuilt your life, or you're on the verge of doing it, however it resonates. Because I have many walks of life. Not everyone here is on the up and up, meaning not everyone is already in their destined position. There are still individuals who are still in the dark, that's still looking for information or the light to come to the light so they can see, oh, wow, this is happening to me. You know what I mean? So there's many different walks of life here, okay? Not everyone is where they want to be as of yet, but you will get there. But you have to do your shadow work. It is what it is. If you want to be on a path of enlightenment, you have to dive into your shadows. Don't stay in your shadows now. Don't stay in there. We don't want you staying in there. But you have to go in your shadows. You have to start to chip away and see and research. Oh, yes, that happened. Your shadows are your past. That's what your shadows are. They're your past life, your past history, your experiences that you went through. And this is why we have such things or elements or planetary alignments such as Mercury retrograde, because it allows you to sit. Mercury is the mind, mentalism, communication, logic, thinking. It allows you to sit and to go back to the experiences or the lessons that you may have learned. Have you learned your lesson? Is either yes or no. Have you learned your lesson? Yes. Okay, cool. Well, now you know that you're doing your shadow, because now you're sitting down with your shadows. You're asking yourself the proper information or questions to ensure that you're doing your shadows properly. And if you're doing your shadows properly, it's going to show not only inwardly, but it's going to shine outwardly. So people are going to know if you're doing the work or not. You can't hide from not doing your work. And we're going to see if you're doing it or not. You can't fake that. You can't fake your shadows. You just can't. Are you okay? And people are asking this group or person, whoever, however, are you okay? They're not okay. They're not okay. because they can't do nothing to you. They're not okay, and that's sad. They hate hearing your voice. They hate hearing it because they can't do nothing to you. As long as a narcissist feel like they're in control, they're going to always tell themselves they're going to be very nice to you. They're going to be very this with you and all this stuff. But the moment that you decide to get out of line, here I use my little air quotes, the moment that you decide to get out of line is when they're like, oh no, I won't go for that and I won't. Man, child, please. That's why they self-destruct. They try to be a fox in your energy and they can't be a fox. See them for who they are. You standing right up for yourself as you should. Stand up for yourself. Yes, protect yourself. Yeah, and you're standing up and you seeing these people or whatever for who they are. And they're a big problem. They are a huge problem. They are. They're a huge problem. Fog is in reverse. There's no fog, meaning you see it for what it is. And you are growing. And it's causing them to have egg on their face because you are growing past their limited mindset or their limited way of living. A person that has a limited way of thinking versus a person who has a limitless way of thinking cannot and will not work at all. You won't be able to work together because here you go, this very outworldly thinking, beautiful thinking of just things, and you're trying to explain or show or whatever the case may be, or just having a regular conversation, and someone with a very limited state of mindset trying to understand or comprehend what you're saying, it's going to cause a clash. Those not your people. They want to put you in a box that don't belong to you. That's not your box. That's their box. Let them sit in it if they want to. That's on them. If they want to sit in that, let them. But that's not your box. You don't have a box. You're a limitless person, collective. Somebody wanted to make a baby with you to keep you stuck. That's crazy. And there's a lot of people that are doing this too out here that are trying to get people caught up so they don't leave. It's sad. It's really sad. A brother could be doing this, however it resonates. We have off here, finally. I don't know what that meant. We got sister too. I don't know what this is. They could be that they're finally off your back, or they may have off themselves. I'm just going to be honest with you here. Hey, a brother and sister can off themselves. I don't know. This is crazy. I'm hearing, what's his name? Burner Boy. We don't guys laugh, to everybody chop breakfast. Shy-o. Shy-o. And they feel very heavy about this. They have a heavy mind to end it all. This could be like a pact. Like a brother and sister pact of wanting to transition themselves out. I fade the black. I mean, because they need help here. Hey, look, I don't know what I tapped into there, and I'm just not going to tap any more deeper into that where I'm at. I'm at 57 minutes. How you want me to proceed, spirit? All right, one more deck. Let me see, because that right there is a little bit crazy, okay? Let's see. They need help, but they may not get the help because they did too much. A brother and sister may have done something towards you, however it resonates in your story. But somebody is not happy by your success. That's not a mental illness. Somebody can't be happy for you. That's crazy. That's real crazy. Hey, you know what? I don't know what's going on here. Transition. I'm not tapping into that. So that's a Cancer sign. So it could be a brother and sister in their feelings because things are really changing in a negative way for them. Okay. So you may hear brother and sister may have transitioned themselves together or some I don't know. Somebody owns a town car, or somebody's going into town, or you may shop in town. You may like those little like consignment shops. Okay, someone's car could be towed. So we have Tower. Yeah, this is a Tower here. They don't have control over the situation. They don't have control over you. They'll never have control over you because you're not to be controlled by anybody. So Tower, I'm also hearing Tower Records. I don't know if you guys remember that, but Tower Records was a place where you can go and purchase like CDs, cassettes, and vinyls at the time. It was a really huge staple in like the music area genre here. So we have ER. Yeah, you may be hearing somebody's in the ER and they didn't make it. We have DNR, do not resuscitate. What is this? What is this? Somebody could be from Czechoslovakia or the Czech Republic. I'm hearing Magnavox. I don't know if you guys remember that. There's a lot. So it's funny because these letters that are coming out and being rearranged into words is a lot of older things, past times. A Magnavox was one of them. I don't know if they're still like, they were like a TV company or electronic company that made like VCRs and TVs and stuff like that, especially the huge TVs. I don't know if they're still around or so, but it's just odd that all of these little letters here are turning into words that are from the past here. So someone is stuck in the past. You've completely, you bulldoze through the past. The past don't concern you. It doesn't faze you anymore. You're either coming up in a state or stage where you feel very healed from the past. It doesn't bother you as much. It's not triggering as much. And that's because you're doing your shadow work. If you're able to sit down and speak about your past without, getting a reaction from it, that means that you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're doing the healing work. And that is what we want. The collective, that's what we want, We want you to be on the path of enlightenment. We want you to learn who you truly are. And it's going to happen. Someone loves deer or deer meat. Somebody has a CD tower, okay? Someone loves cassettes. Someone could still have like a cassette player and still play their cassettes on there. There are vinyls here as well too. Someone could be a huge vinyl collector, okay? Somebody could be from Denver. I'm hearing Nietzsche. So he was a philosopher. I think it's spelled Nize. Hold on. I think it's Nizeche or something like that. Nize, something like that. His name was Friedrich Nietzsche. He was a German philosopher. Let's see what he was for. Classical philosophy. Okay, in 1889, at 44, he suffered a collapse and afterward a complete loss of his mental facilities with paralysis and probably vascular dementia. Wow. Okay. Nietzsche's philosophy contemplates the meaning of values and their significance to human experience. Given that no absolute values exist in Nietzsche's worldview, the evolution of values on Earth must be measured by some other means. That's his theory, or was his theory. His ideology was he believed that heaven was an unreal place or the world of ideas. His ideas of atheism were demonstrated in works such as God is Dead. So he was an atheist, okay? And it could, yeah, I'm starting to see a connection there too, that a lot of these narcissists here they don't believe in a higher source or a higher power. They think it's completely false. I want to look more into him. I'm going to do my own research and then see what I come up with there. But like, they're drowning in their sorrows. D-R-O-W-N. Yeah, they're drowning. Somebody like Dro, he was a rapper. Someone's drowning in their sorrows. Someone's name could be Ted. Somebody could be from Tennessee. They want to live a higher, vibrant, upper echelon life, and that can be stemmed in so many different ways. There's so many ways to live a life, right? So I'll give you a couple examples when it comes to living a higher or upper echelon life, is that you're just doing well for yourself. That's number one. You're loving yourself, mind, body, and soul. You're staying out the way. You're surrounding yourself with great people, great entertainment, just great healthy things. That's one form of living a higher, upper echelon of life. Another way consists of money. You have money, you come from whatever, you made something out of yourself to where you have a substantial lifestyle that puts you in a position where you may live a very higher upper echelon life. Again, that's just two different aspects, but there are many more, you know what I mean? So it's all going to be different for all of you guys, but the joke's on them. They can't get out of this. The joke's on them because they cost too much. They lied on you, they slander you, and all that's coming back to them. All that's coming back to them. Whether, joke's on them. Okay? Joke's on them. Joke's on them. Someone's name could be Antoine. Someone's name is Jasmine. Janet. J-A-N-E-T. Janet. Oops. All right, we got Jan. We got Jane. So your name could be Jan, Jane, or Janet. You could be listening to Janet Jackson. I'm hearing nothing but net. Someone made like a post on your page by mistake. You'll know that from whoever stalking you. They may like something or write something on your page. You're going to know that they're stalking you, okay? But it's the level of stalking is just, it's out of control to the point where they can't take it no more and they're just going to take themselves out. That's just what it is. All right, we got Gemini, Neptune, 8th house. Libra, 5th house, Saturn. 4th house, Sag, Venus. No, Mercury. Hold on, let me double check. I think that's Mercury. Yeah, that's Mercury. All right, Aries, 10th house, Uranus. One more. Scorpio, North Node, 8th house. Okay. All right, so we have Capricorn. You could be, they could be. We have Pisces, Libra. I'll do 4 more. Taurus, Libra, 2 more. Leo, 1 more. Pisces. Okay. So if that resonates, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until next time.